Trent, would you like to play us in, brother?
Oh, you're gonna wear them?
No, I'm not wearing them. I'm just
Oh.
gonna go DJ mode. Yeah, just go DJ mode real quick.
Oh.
Play me in.
Pennsyltucky, John and Cigi are two buddies. Those episodes drop Wednesdays, but you can listen all week. It's Pennsyltucky, let them goofballs keep you company. You can be our third buddy, but we'll never, ever, 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 ever,
Ever.
let you spike.
Hell yeah. All right, we're in. That was epic. I like playing the theme song through the headies.
Yeah, DJ mode.
Yeah, I feel like Eminem. Where's my snare? I got no snare in my headphones.
Try, why don't you tell them where we're coming to them live from?
We're coming to you live from the Dr. Pecker studios somewhere within the Hollywood sign. Ooh, that was sexual.
That was Chris.
Trent, did that get you going? Was that nice for the ASMR? That was nice. Woo-wee.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
No?
I'm never gonna do that again.
No, that was sexy hot.
No.
You gave the listeners a boner.
No, you know what? Trent actually told me this. Someone said the other day, Cigi's so funny, she could sit in my lap.
What
I said,
does that mean?
I don't know. It's one of the weirder things I've heard, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so funny you can sit in my lap.
Because it wouldn't be like comfortable for me to sit in your lap, so I must have really made
Maybe
you
it would be
hee-hee
like,
ah.
you know, like when you're a kid and your grandpa sits you on his knee and he's like, boom, 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 boom,
No,
boom, boom,
it
boom.
was sexual, John.
I think it was like a fun thing where you would make them laugh so hard that they'd give you a little ride.
No.
You'd be going giddy up on their knee.
No, it was sexual.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think the laughs would cause your butt to rub on their front? Make them goosh?
Well, it was a girl who said it, so that's how lesbian sex works, right?
I don't know.
Butt
They
to
won't let me
front?
join.
You can't even
Yeah,
be
lesbians fuck
near
the
a
way
gaggle
middle
of
schoolers
lesbians.
dance.
Yeah, I know what it is. Oh my God. So we were driving down to San Diego to see the Chapel Roan show. Incredible, amazing. It was the last one of the tour, so I can't say like get tickets and go.
Yeah. You missed it, dorks.
You missed it, doofuses. They were selling tickets for like $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Are you gonna barf?
Not gonna
Cigi's
barf.
gonna yak, dude.
No, I almost barfed in my bowl of ramen last night because I laughed so hard at myself.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. And they said, relax.
What did you say? What was it? What caused you
I don't
to,
even
to
remember.
crack the heck up?
I got on goofy mode because Lauren picked me up outside of the UCB theater and took off when I was halfway out of the car. And I was like, ah! And she's just laughing, be like, oops. It's like, oops is right.
Damn, lady drivers are crazy.
I'll tell you what. Lady drivers, am I right?
I would never force one of my buddies to do a barrel roll out the car and then hit him with a whoopsies.
Oopsies. But she was giving me a ride. I just had to be grateful, right?
Right. Well, I think if you get there in one piece, that's when gratitude
I'm not
comes
saying
into
thankful.
action.
Thank you till you get me to the ramen shop.
Right. In one piece. You
Yeah.
can't have me scabbed up. Little itty bitty face scabs.
Yeah, it
from
was
gravel.
crazy. Then she had like lamps all floating around in the back, and I was like dodging. She was like, "You got a landmine back there," and I was like, "You took off with me halfway out of the car, and now there's a lamp up my ass." I do think I'm going through a different thing than you two up front are going through.
Where was she in such a hurry to get off to?
It's because it was raining in LA, and that makes everyone lose their mind. And
Sure.
she was parked outside of UCB, but not. I just noticed something on my wrist that looks like cancer.
Can I see? Oh yeah, that's cancer, all right.
Right?
That's
Because that
a
lump is
classic case of cancer.
Well, look at your wrist. Do you have a lump?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
That's literally a fear I had in like the 3rd grade where I was just like, spent a whole day. I believed I had a Bible cyst. Have you ever heard of those?
No.
Well, it's just a cyst, but back in the day, the way they would like get rid of them is you'd whack it with the Bible, and apparently that would cause the cyst to like burst, right? So I spent a whole day
they
just.
had to try so we could live. It's like, you got a bump? Let me slap you upside with a big old book.
Honestly, that's my first impulse too, though. So like, I could have been an 1800s doctor. I could have given somebody a shot of whiskey and cut off their leg.
Well, we all had a friend with a blood blister, and I said, I'm gonna pop that, go get me something sharp. And she was like, Google it first and make sure and it says, do not pop them.
Really?
My instinct big time was like, I want something
Why
to
can't you
pop
pop
that.
them?
I don't know.
Why do you think, if you had to guess?
I
You're a
didn't
doctor.
read that far.
What do you think? But I'm guessing, just for fun. Why would it be bad?
My guess is just because it'd be messy.
That's the answer I wanted.
Honestly, who has time?
Right.
Who has time to deal with the blood?
Pick up a self spill. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
just like leave it, put a Band-Aid over it, let it pop on its own.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Dr. Squeezy. Oh, wait. Okay. So we're going down. This goes back to how
Chaperone.
lesbians have sex. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So we're driving down to San Diego and we start talking about how do high schoolers dance. Because, like, what we were doing wasn't right.
It was CFNM or CFFM, clothed female, clothed male. CFCM, clothed female, clothed male sex.
Whatever it was, our moms or the chaperone, somebody should have stopped us.
How do you stop that many kids just bumping and grinding? Especially at the time, the precedent was, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
I
You
don't
could
see
still see
nothing wrong.
Now those days are
There
long
were
gone.
times
but-
I would have friends getting down so low that they would like sometimes they'd like catch themselves with their hands on the ground.
Damn,
like,
steezy.
like get up.
Yeah.
You don't need to get up.
How low can you go?
I was at prom and I had on those like chicken cutlet boobs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Your boy, y'all boys, you know what I'm talking about. Trent, why do you know the chicken cutlet boob?
Trent, why do you know the chicken colored boobs, bro?
I don't know. I guess I had girlfriends with small boobs.
Sick.
It's
dude.
not about if your boob is small.
I don't know. I was only hanging with chicks with massive jugs.
Hey, every day I do my I was a customer service.
Yeah.
Every day I do my charity by raising these young men.
Yeah.
Um,
Turned me into the man I am today.
I was slinging ass. I brought a boy from the town over.
Damn.
So I was like, cool, gotta.
Sorry to riff in the middle of your story, but you were literally doing My Boyfriend Goes to a Different School. But it was true. You're like, oh, you don't know him. He lives in a different town.
He wasn't my boyfriend. He was just. He was someone from church. And I was just like, he smokes cigarettes,
Yeah.
so he's still cool.
How'd you shoot your shot? Did you prom pose?
I think probably he was more into me than I was to him, and I
Classic
was like,
older
this
gentleman.
is fine. Yeah. By the way, he was the preacher of the church.
This is spot on.
But anyways, I was dancing. I was like, oh, I'm slinging ass. I'm not worried about anything.
Mm-hmm.
My chicken cutlet falls down and like onto the ground.
No.
My friend without a beat, she's like 6 foot tall, just sweeps down with her arm, and it dunks it back into my tip.
Damn.
And nobody misses a beat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's
Did you
a
get
friend.
a sexual thrill out of flashing your titties like that, though? A sexual thrill! Joe
Sexual
Swanson.
thrill. That's not the last time my teddy's fallen out, though.
Yeah.
One time I was in a wedding, and they put me in a strapless.
Damn,
I
dude.
said, why would you do that to a girl like me? And, you know, it's my job. I've been in so many weddings. It's my
27
job.
dresses farmer.
Truly.
Always a fucking bridesmaid.
Never a bride. I don't even need to be a bride at this point. I just need somebody that's like, we'll go get food together forever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to be a bride. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Just like somebody who's like, you want to ride to the beach today? We'll do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, at this wedding though, my whole thing flopped over, and I thought, whoops. And my friend's aunt was there, and to this day, when she wants to like ask about me or talk about me, she's like, "Your funny friend whose tits fell out at your wedding." Looked amazing, by the way.
Yeah. She took a mental snapshot. She's still double clicking the mouse to that.
I said, "Put that in the spank bank and pat."
Yeah, she right clicked, save
Yeah,
as.
save that.
Titty _Cigi.
I'm somewhere on the wedding. I'm somewhere on the wedding video, just like floppy girls hanging out, bringing them up.
Yeah.
They're like replaying it back and forth.
Cigi's doing the propeller. They're swinging in opposite directions.
I kill one of the little cousins accidentally.
Yeah.
They're just dancing, being innocent, you know, kids do, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're hitting them like Spider-Man's webs.
yeah. Well, I have to say, what I started out by
Go
saying
gadget
about
tits. Sorry.
The kids are like over across the wall, just like splatted. Now this isn't even that interesting, but basically, I called my nephew who is 18. That's crazy. I shouldn't be old enough. I'm not really old enough. My sister had a kid young.
Right.
I'm not really old enough to even know an 18-year-old, you know?
I think you're too old to know 18-year-olds.
In a sense, I shouldn't have any friends that are 18. I'm too old for that.
Right.
And
Correct.
I'm too young to know an 18-year-old in the
You're
family.
like 18 years too old to have an 18-year-old friend.
Wait.
Carry the one.
Carry the one. I can't do that math right now, but I don't think I'm 18 years old too old.
I think you are. Old bitch.
You're...
Yeah, I'm like a month young.
We're a year apart.
Yeah.
And I am
I'm going
the
Steve
elder in
Hahn
this
on you.
family. You old bitch.
Yeah.
Anyways, we FaceTimed him. I forgot it's 3 hours behind in Kentucky. And he was like, he answered, he was like, hello. And I was like, listen, tell me the truth. I'm your cool aunt. How are y'all dancing at the dances?
Yeah. Oh, good question.
And he said they still do that.
They still drop
Well,
it low.
he said he's gone to 2 different high schools because of sports.
Yeah.
So he said, oops, the Dr. Pepper got to me. Sorry, dear audience. He said at one school, nobody dances. I was like, well, then what are y'all
Interesting.
doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, just
Posting up.
Yeah, just
Vaping,
like
doing vape tricks.
Vaping.
Yeah.
Kids don't really drink either. I don't know what they're doing.
I think kids are becoming more conservative. That's like the report
But-
online because they're all anti like sex scenes in movies and shit too.
And I don't even know if it's conservative, like for the reasons like I was conservative as a kid.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Racism.
no. Jesus wasn't even white.
That's true.
And that's a hill I'll die on. Just like he died on a hill. I feel bad even saying that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, they still at one school they grind.
Mm-hmm.
At one school they're like playing Pokemon and shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I miss grinding. I haven't grinded in been actually more recent than I thought when I first started the sentence.
When's
Remember
the
when we
last
went to
time
mid
you-
90s or 90s night at Echoplex?
Yeah.
I bumped and grind with a little mama.
Yeah.
She backed that thing up on me.
Something about John, a little mama will be finding him wherever we go.
Unfortunately, it's rarely the little mama that I am most interested in.
It's a freaky little mama
It's
that
a
will find
freaky
him.
little mama. Yeah. It's a
here's-
freaky little mama or a scary man that only wants to talk to me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, like John will always beat us. We'll go to Target and he'll always come out first and wait by the car.
Mm-hmm.
Always talking to a scary man that I'm like, I don't even want him to know which car is mine.
Yeah. Dude, there was one time where I was just hanging out by the car waiting for you guys, and you guys were like 20 minutes behind or whatever.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
shaming, it's just a matter of fact. I was
It's just how we do Target.
just how we do Target. I'm hanging there
John
on my
goes
phone or
through.
whatever.
He gets Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Stolen.
He steals Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
He gets whatever cereal he wants to put under his bed for the week.
Yep.
He gets some candy that he's going to eat in the car.
Immediately.
And he's going to leave the trash in my car.
Sometimes.
His car, immaculate. My car, his playground.
Yeah.
And then he comes outside and waits for us.
Yeah.
And sends a little text that's like, not rushing you. Just curious of when the hell you'll be down here.
There was one time though, it was genuinely like the worst of these instances that I've had, where this guy just comes up to me and immediately starts talking to me about football players that have been convicted of sex crimes. Like randomly, just starts talking to me about this. And I'm like, yeah, totally, whatever. And then he starts talking to me just about other crimes and how he's gotten out of jail and stuff. And then he's telling me he's dating a woman that's in jail.
I remember this.
You remember
I
this?
remember this so clearly.
Yeah, he's telling me about how
Because of how it ends.
how it ends is Cigi and Allie come out and approach the car, and I'm like, I gotta go, man. These are my roommates. And he's like, yo, what? Both of them? You're living with both of them?
And
he
he
truly
really-
thought I was fucking the shit out of you guys.
He really did. He had mad respect for John for
Yeah.
having like 2 types. He's like, hell yeah.
Dude, he
You know
dapped me
what
up
you're doing.
100 times. Like,
If honestly, I don't care what their conversation was like.
Yeah.
That felt good for me.
it felt good for me, too. I was like,
I
we're
said-
all winning.
I said, all right, but he's got to go now.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy was genuinely so impressed with my game. He was like, I
Whoa, both of them.
He was like, and so upfront about what he believed was going on.
Oh.
Like, didn't try to mask it in front of you. He wanted you guys to know that he knew what was happening and he was loving it.
We knew what he thought he knew about you.
Yeah. Which is cool. That's not usually the assumption people give me. You know?
You wish.
I do wish. That'd be a cool reputation to have.
You absolutely wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
What have you been up to this week?
Oh, living, laughing, loving. Based on my words last week, dude.
I forgot what I gave you.
I've been living, laughing, and
Tell
loving.
me a way in which you lived and you laughed and you loved.
I will. I'm prepared. So I lived each day like it was my last.
John, don't be a... Yeah, by not eating food and just eating candy.
No, I'm still off candy. It's still Fit Boy February.
What? It's March. Is it March?
No, it's March on Friday. It'll be March when this comes out, but as of this moment, still Fit Boy
still
February.
February.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done with February.
February's canceled.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, it's over. It's March now.
Yeah.
So I lived each day like it was my last, and in doing that, I was just trying to follow my impulses, just kind of trying to, like a dog, you know,
That
be
feels
like, I want to go
already
run
how
around.
you do life, though.
No, I'm paralyzed with fear. Every day I feel like I'm making the wrong decision. So it going like, I'm just going to do whatever I want. What honestly makes me far more productive.
Yeah.
And then the moments where I'm like, I'm going to go to the movies right now. It feels it feels earned as opposed to just like, I got to kill 2 hours or I'll kill myself.
Something I do is get hung up in doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I'm surrounded by people so often, and it's like all people that I enjoy and do want to do stuff with.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'm like, have a little bit of time where I'm like, oh, like these people, you know, like someone's in a meeting, someone's asleep, whatever, then I'm like, I'm not doing like anything sometimes, but I'm like, I could go follow my bliss.
Right. Exactly.
Like, why am I waiting for somebody else to like
Yeah.
be a part of it to do something?
Yeah. I mean, the true, like, best follow my impulse thing that has happened is I rediscovered my love of going on the swings.
That rocks.
You don't understand how much that boosts your serotonin. I swear to God. I don't know if it's serotonin or it's one of them.
I do understand. In that way, I'm following my bliss all the time.
Yeah. You're on the swings? You're hitting swings?
Well,
Cigi's doing jumps?
Just like a version of that. Like, if I want to do something fun, I like see a pool. I'm like, I'm going to go get in that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find a water aerobics class and do that. I'm going to jump off the diving board.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we could all get a little better at that.
Well, it's just like, this is like getting, what's it called when you're not meta, but like, I don't know. We just live our whole lives with like these rules that don't really exist.
Yeah.
And everyone who's like married back home, who like married and has kids, looks at my life and is like, that's so fun. She does whatever she wants and her life rocks.
Yeah.
I look at their life and I'm like, oh, I'm not jealous of that, but I'm supposed to be doing that and I'm not. What's wrong with me? When it's like, there aren't any rules.
Yeah.
Like, every time that I'm a little stressed, I'm like, the only thing I gotta do is like have fun.
Sure. Yeah.
And granted, you also have to like pay your bills and shit, but
Yeah.
like, the only thing I have to do my whole life is enjoy it.
Right. I mean, there's this like douchey TikToker I found recently who's a self-described failed comedian turned like philosophical guy. I don't know. Most of his stuff is really annoying and sucks.
I see the train. I see how you get from that to that.
100%. You stop being funny but still think you're really smart.
Yeah. Well, because comedians, the whole thing is that even if we play stupid, we're like thinking about everything like
Sure.
2 steps ahead
Sure.
and observing everything.
Yeah.
So he's probably just observing the shit out of things, but not being able to make a joke about it.
Right. He's a baseball card kid instead of an actual athlete. You know,
Yeah.
he like knows all the statistics, but he doesn't know how to apply them into his own game.
So what's he say?
He said this thing that I thought was pretty good, where it was like, if your greatest regret in life is that you would do it all the same things again, but you would go about it smarter, you did not waste your life. And I've been like trying to sit with that a little bit because of, you know, like I'm 30 and I'm not a superstar, you know, and I'm like, man, if I maybe did this differently, but you learn every step of the way. So it's like, it's not really a waste.
That
you know?
actually, I kind of need to hear that right now.
Right?
Because I think of people, I look at people who are older than me, who I really respect in comedy, and I'm like, I bet they wish they were further.
Sure.
But
yeah.
I'm like, they're amazing, and they're gonna, if they want to be on, whatever they want, they're gonna get as long as they keep like going for it.
Yeah.
And then I look at people who are younger than me, who I also respect and think are amazing, who are like already further than me, and I look at my own path, and I'm like, well, I think I'm as talented, but maybe I wasn't like as like I'm gonna do like you know, like maybe I just didn't do it as
You
like,
didn't have the
aggressive as
direction that you like. You didn't know the direction yet.
Yeah, well, I think of people who are like booking stuff, and I'm like, well, I am not auditioning.
Right.
Like, who's to say I wouldn't be booking?
Yeah.
It's like you gotta be auditioning. So
Totally.
it's like things. Yeah, I think that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing you were saying about like looking at people's Instagrams, like people with families and like not being jealous. Forever, dude. I would see that stuff and I'd be like, idiot, you fucking moron. You're wasting. You're like, what are you doing? You're so stupid. And now I see shit and I like, you know, my people happy with their families that they started. And I'm like, I've made every wrong move a person could make.
I think we're just to that weird little age that's like, this was the number.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to have something by.
Yeah.
So we're in this weird spot of like, we will get all the things we want. It will just be later.
Mm-hmm.
Than that number that's made up, by the way.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So it's like, I think in my mind, I'm like...
I'm just trying to do truth in comedy right now.
Yeah, well, I think in my mind, I'm like, oh, even if I had a kid at like 40, that'd be fine. I'd still like have a family.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
It's funny looking back on stuff, like when you look back on your life and it's like so clearly that this led to this and this led to this and this led to, you know what I mean? But up until that moment, anything could happen and all of it seems impossible and so far off. And then when you look back on it, it's like, yeah, obviously that was always going to happen. You know, so it's just like
So why worry?
The beauty of like having hindsight and everything. Yeah, exactly. So why worry? I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm sorry.
I think this has all been poetic. It's all been based on...
I don't want to be poetic. I want to be funny.
You can be both.
Yeah.
And I don't respect someone who's all bits, no depth.
Well, 100%. The bits have to come from a real place.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay to be... I bet none of our millions of listeners are mad right now because you got a little poetic.
yeah.
Well, how did you laugh? Live, laugh, love. How'd you laugh?
Did a show last night.
Oh, yeah. I heard you crush.
I did pretty well. Yeah. Thank you for spreading that rumor. No, I did well. Mostly like newer versions of stuff because I haven't done stand-up in a few months, so I definitely was a little bit nervous and stressed about it.
People laughed.
But people laughed, and like they laughed at things that I wasn't expecting to, and because it had been a while since I had done some of these jokes and I was doing like new versions of them, I wasn't 100% sure where the laughs would be. Like I know the spots where laughs usually are, but there were a bunch of new spots where I got laughs on things that I wasn't accounting for, and I was like,
and that's the fun of stand-up, I think.
Yeah, I'm having fun with stand-up, but I love improv, dude. Improv has always been the most fun thing in the world to me. Watching Trent do improv after I did stand-up, I was like, fuck, I wish I was doing improv.
I don't ever feel like I had the same experience. I did 25 minutes in NorCal.
Congrats.
It was really fun. There was 2 rows of French students there. Full house. 2 rows of French students who did not make a peep for anybody. One of them asleep during my set.
Yeah.
It was so it was like so fun to be like, that doesn't matter. There's all these people who are laughing and engaged. These people probably don't understand my accent.
Right, yeah.
And so
they don't know English. They don't know Cigi English.
Right, that's not even English.
Oh, hey, guys, it's me. Escargot.
I don't know.
Well, I told them at the beginning, I
trying
said...
to speak French. I don't know.
I said, if there's anything y'all don't understand, just like wave at me.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah.
So I leaned in and was like, and if any, like I'm from the South, that's bottom of America.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't quit doing it because the more I did that, the more people in the audience were like the people who were like there because they're like fans of the theater, fans of Trent, whatever. They were laughing so hard at me poking at the French kids. And I was like, this feels bad to be poking at
People who don't
kids.
even know what you're saying.
Yeah, but then one of them was like this, and I was like, no, let her nap, and she did that thing where you like come to, but you're like asleep, and I was like, no, like, but imagine being in a foreign country, you don't speak the language, you're in a comedy show that you haven't understood one thing going on,
Yeah.
and then you fell asleep, you don't know what you've said or done when you've been asleep, and the comic is like.
It's a nightmare.
I left being like so proud of my set and excited and happy, but like truly the bigger takeaway was like, did I ruin comedy forever for these French kids?
No, dude. No. You're a crowd work girly. That's what Cigi stands for this week.
That actually is the right letters.
I know.
Generally,
Sometimes I like to give them a little surprise.
Generally, you're a
Razzle-dazzle.
phonetics guy, not really a correct spelling guy.
Yeah.
Yours for me was
Oh, but I loved also, sorry.
Oh, sorry. How did you love?
I didn't. I was going to ask a girl on a date, but I got scared and didn't do it.
Well, love looks like a lot more things. You could have loved in a different way.
True. I didn't, though.
Love isn't just asking a girl on a date. You didn't do anything loving for anyone this week?
No.
Nah.
No.
I was a dog all week.
Dude. I was so in my own world. I didn't do any love. What was my quote for you?
Can you read it off?
Strive not to be a success, but rather to be a value.
Yeah.
I think it hit me that my whole life I've just wanted to be valuable to people. Like, like it's better when Cigi's here. And not because I'm like great at anything, but because I'm great to be around. And I took that quote and said, no more success. That's all I want.
You flipped it and reversed it.
I don't want to be valued. All I've done my whole life is like, all I'm ever doing, I feel like, is like punting people up so that like, which is like good. I never want to stop that, but like, no, I don't have a lesson to learn in that.
Hell yeah.
My whole life has been like, I just want to bring value to the table.
Fuck
now
yeah.
I'm like, no, I want to win.
Yeah, I want to see the numbers
I want
reflect
to win.
my value.
Yeah. And I'm not saying people don't help me because I think that like I've had a very like they do, but like I'm ready for my punt up.
Sure.
You
Hell
know?
yeah. Yeah.
Someone else bring
Can
value
somebody
to me.
please help me bring the slingshot back a little
Yeah,
bit?
come
You know? My
on.
legs are tired.
Come on, from carrying this.
Pushing my slingshot backwards.
John, you'll like this.
I love it
this
already.
is off topic from the success thing.
Yeah.
But I've been dabbling in gummies at night.
My girl.
Because I got the Aura ring, and it tells me that I basically like don't stay asleep at night. When I would take a nighttime gummy, it would be like, what'd you do different? You slept better.
Nice.
So like, maybe I just gotta do gummies at night. What no one coached me through was that if you don't, like, I guess like I've been high, but it's been like while I was asleep, and that was keeping me asleep. I took one too early. I was really high early.
Fun.
And yeah, fun. I guess I was having fun.
Yeah.
I didn't know this happened. Next day, I get a Target notification. It's like, hey, babe, come get your order. And I didn't think, we're at Target every
time,
minute of every day.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, like, I don't even think to look at what I've ordered. I was just like, oh, I ordered something. Like,
Right.
I don't think twice. We're out and about. I'm like, oh, I'm going to run through Target, grab my order. They bring it. Allie looks in the bag. I was like, what have you done? And I was like, I don't know. And then I looked at the time of the order. I was like, I think I did this in my sleep while I was high. It was 3 bananas, everything in threes, by the way. I
love
don't know
that.
what 3 bananas, a carton of eggs, a single carton of eggs.
Okay.
I wish I ordered 3 cartons. That would
There's 3d6.
there's 3d6 eggs in there. If I had done an actual 3 of everything, that would have been genius.
Sure.
But-
well, explain how that would have been genius.
Well, genius, comedic genius.
Okay.
You
Rule
know,
of threes.
like buying 36 eggs is funny.
That
and
is
not
funny.
remembering doing it, but I didn't
Yeah.
do that. Okay, so I had 3 bananas, a carton of eggs, 3 bags of Peeps,
The decadence?
the decadence, 3 Lunchables, mayonnaise,
What?
pretzels, and wait for it, Squirt cheese.
Cigi was doing whippets off of cheese.
I haven't seen squirt cheese. My brothers used to eat it on pepperonis as kids.
Yeah.
And my mom would be like, that's a special thing because it's like $7.
It's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, so my mom would be like,
The
that's.
whiz.
It, I must have been celebrating myself in my sleep because I know that spray cheese is like the gnarliest thing you can put in your body.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it was like at a birthday, on your birthday or something.
Yeah.
They'd be like, just like part of, like, on your birthday, my mom would buy like snacks you like. And so
Oh,
that'd
yeah,
be like
yeah,
one
yeah.
of them.
I thought you were saying your birthday present was like a
Can of
Can of
cheese.
cheese. I was like, damn, you guys were poor.
Damn,
poor.
you were broke. No, my mom was good at gifts. She'd ball. We weren't rich, but she'd ball
No,
out.
yeah.
She'd ball out for gifts.
100%. Cheese is a very funny birthday.
Yeah. She came in for my 30th. She came to visit LA for my 30th, and she came with like Little Debbie's
Yeah.
and chocolate donuts. I'm like, Mom, you did this to me. I was just an athlete in high school.
Yeah.
So I was thin in high school. You instilled the love of like little chocolate donuts and shit. Squirt cheese?
Square cheese is
I
rad.
can't believe I even high me. I can't believe I thought to look up. Like,
I wonder if it was just like you saw it and it sparked that memory you just described to me of your brothers eating it, and you were just like,
I
I
want
gotta
that.
follow through. When else do I see squirt cheese? This is
Right.
a sign from the Lord that I
maybe
need this.
I hope to God I didn't look it up. I hope that it came to me and I said, I'll throw one of those
If you
in.
Googled the word squirt cheese in the Target app, that's wild.
Squirt cheese.
Yeah.
We also have this video. I can't imagine. We always say, like, if we had like Vine or TikTok, we would have been.
Oh, I was good on Vine. I had like 10,000 followers.
No, if we had it as like kids, though,
Oh,
the
yeah,
way that
yeah.
like some kids did. We have this video from high school. We're like freshmen, and my friend had a camera, so she would do us like making little commercials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's us with Squeezy Cheese, and we're like, Squeezy Cheese. You can, and they'd be like designs we had drawn to be like,
Yeah.
you can build a house, like you can do a mountain.
Yeah. Do
I
you
was-
remember what the most intricate design was? Was there anybody who like really had can control, like could move that shit?
Yeah, the girl that worked the camera was, and she would get like sad because she was like, I want to be in front of the camera sometimes. But we
Yeah.
were like, you're an artist in the way, you're not in front of the camera girl. You're behind the camera girl because you're an artist in that way.
You have a voice and face for radio.
Beautiful face,
Yeah.
kind of boring voice. Was just an artist. She'd do like flowers and stuff.
That's cool.
You know, maybe a gobble monster. She'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd eat her art. I'd love to know if we would put that on TikTok as kids. Probably would have got famous for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, you'd wind up on a cringe account
Mm-hmm.
for sure. There are some people in my life that if they were not people I knew, I would be screen recording their shit and submitting it to cringe accounts.
What do you
There's some
mean,
people
though?
out there making shit where I'm like, people can see this, right?
I think
And I don't want to go any further than this, actually.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So I agree.
Yeah.
And it's people near and dear to me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think for me, it's not even that I'm having those thoughts about them. It's like, who in the world is looking at my content and
Oh,
being
yeah.
like, people can see this, right?
Dude, someone screenshotted this account that I followed of this. It was a really weird guy who would make these like video edits of like conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
And he was a fantastic editor, like really, really good. So
John's telling a story about himself.
so this guy was on
weird-
another level with his
Weird man. A lot of conspiracies. An amazing editor.
yeah.
An eye for the arts. Like,
Yeah. No, but he was really good, but he did have like a weird edge to him that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
yeah.
And I never really interacted with him outside of like liking the posts.
Yeah.
And then one day he just tweeted a picture of me. And I was like, whoa. Like
And
genuinely
said
that's
no words.
no. Like it was just my picture.
Prison.
And I was like, dude, it like freaked
needs to
me
be in
out.
prison.
It like freaked
I'm
me
not
out.
even big on prison. He needs to go.
Yeah. Yeah, now
Meaning I'm not big on prison.
he doesn't
okay
do-
with it. I'm not big on it.
he doesn't do conspiracy theory edits now. He does porn edits where it's just like hardcore porn set to music, and he just posts this on Twitter.
So maybe you were his muse.
Maybe I don't know what happened,
Did
but
you
Crack
address-
Connoisseur, what happened, bro?
Did you address it of like why?
No,
you
I left.
listened to
I
me?
just don't tweet anymore. I got scared and like left Twitter.
You left Twitter because of this. So this was recent.
No, this was like during the pandemic. I don't tweet. I haven't tweeted in years. I was really just like a voyeur on Twitter at
Yeah.
a certain point, just like kind of lurking. And then this happened, and I was just like, yeah, I don't need to be on Twitter anymore.
I forget about lurkers because I'm like very interactive, but like I have some lurkers who like haven't posted on like Instagram and stuff for years.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, so I assume if you haven't posted even like a story that you're offline.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh my God, the other day when your roommate John did whatever, I'm like,
Yeah, well, lurkers are weird, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to
I was one
contribute.
briefly, but
You need to contribute to be allowed to lurk.
I do agree with that. I don't even go on Twitter anymore, honestly.
neither.
It hasn't been fun since Obama's second term. That
Yeah.
was when the fun ended.
Well, Donald got on there and was having fun in the bad way, but it was fun.
Yeah. Well, he was one of the most prolific posters of all time up until he became king. And then then everything became very serious. It was not fun anymore.
Isn't that how it goes though?
Something like that.
Like you're great until you get a title.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
it's-
became king and ruined it all.
yeah, he never should have been given authority.
Trent, will you hand me that pillow?
Yes.
Thank you. Really gotta be in here. Oh, now I'm ready.
Oh man. I watched Pitch Perfect again the other day.
You and your father, like son.
I was just about to say, dude, I felt so close to him spiritually in that moment. Dear audience, you're not aware of this. My dad's favorite movie of all time is Pitch Perfect. He fucking loves that
That's
movie.
pure.
And
That's
for
pure.
a year, at least a year, he was watching it like once a week. Without fail, at
What
least
do you
once a
think
week.
he was going through in that year?
Something dark.
I just love the girls. They brighten my day.
Dude, it was fun because you would know when he was about to watch Pitch Perfect because you would just hear him humming the bass line to Since You've Been Gone through the house, just like crescendoing and decrescendoing as he entered and exited different rooms. He would just be dum 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 dum.
What's crazy is, in my opinion, he's like not he's like a guy in my opinion.
Totally. But he's
So-
also like a total dork, man. He loves musicals, loves show tunes, loves Pitch Perfect.
What y'all get in a fight about one time? Biopics?
Biopics. I said I don't like biopics, and he did not talk to me for like the rest of the day. The only time he would talk to me is like, "What about Goodfellas? What about Miracle?" And I'm like, "Yeah, those are more like genre movies. I guess those are technically biopics, but I just don't really view them in that way."
I die for this man.
Did not speak to me.
Big John's everything to me.
Yeah, he's something special, man.
So you watched it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is truly a perfect movie. I have so much fun when that is on the screen. I forget all my troubles for a while.
I think what rocks, I was never a big rewatcher of things.
Mm-hmm.
We are now at an age where things that were so good and such a part of our like either like early 20s or teens or whatever.
Yeah.
Rewatching them, it's been like long enough that it's like so fun.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess when I was younger, rewatching meant like something I watched last year or like last month.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, like I'm like getting to see this again like as an adult.
Yeah. Also, you have so few memories as a kid that every movie you see is just like right there in your brain.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, dude, I watch 5 fucking movies a week at least. Like,
Yeah, and you like forget things that happened. Like I
Yeah.
thought I'd never be like a rewatcher. Now I'm like kind of only rewatching
You're like,
right
can
now.
we watch The Office? I love The Office.
No, but kinda.
Yeah.
I'm on that Grace and Frankie
Oh, yeah.
kick
You
right
love
now.
that show.
I love Grace and Frankie.
Who are you? Are you Grace or are you Frankie?
Frankie, obviously.
And now for the listeners, how would you explain these two characters?
Well, Frankie. Well, I bet the audience knows because these are two iconic. Frankie is not Jane Fonda. Sorry, Lily Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
Grace is Jane Fonda, And I think they kind of follow. They follow a little bit of who they are in real life. Like if you know, Lily Tomlin, Frankie is like the hippie mom that you like wish you had maybe, but it's like everything's goofy. This isn't. I'm not doing a good job.
It's all right.
I'm not doing a good job. But Grace is like very put together, very like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then you get to see them like kind of fold each other's world, and I'm like, that makes getting older sound awesome.
And that makes you Frankie. Why?
I'm Frankie because she is just like always getting into little shenanigans. That's shenanigans.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what that is.
That's how
I know I said gato last week, but I do not speak Spanish.
Well, I don't know that that's actually Spanish for the word. Can you look it up? Shenanigans in Spanish. Shenanigans in Espanol.
Yeah.
I actually
While
gotta
you're doing
catch
that-
up on my lessons.
Also, Cigi, we never finished the Chapel Roan story.
No, well,
Did we? And I
finishing story was I called my nephew, but I can also
Oh,
tell
right,
you
I'm
about
sorry.
Chapel Roan. Basically, before we went in, since we drove, we were like, well, microdose. I keep talking about drugs on the podcast, and I like really don't do drugs.
right.
We were gonna
Cigi's
microdose.
fucking macrodosing fentanyl.
We're gonna microdose mushrooms just to be a little like giggly and flowy.
Yeah.
We thought at the last show we went to that we took 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we took 2, being like, that'll be fun, that's be a microdose. Full dose.
Yeah.
I'm standing, by the way, we're the oldest people to have ever lived in here.
Yeah.
Everyone there's like 22, 23.
Yeah.
All these little like queer babies.
You're 18 years too old to be friends with them.
Genuinely 18 years old to even be like, listening to Chapel Roan, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it truly, I was like, do I need to grow up? Do I need to be like, listen to Michael Bublé or something? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's all these little like queer babies. By the way, before we went down, I was like, what are you wearing? And we decided on like jeans and a white t-shirt because it would be
Classic
like
look.
so like we're like in LA, we've never been to a show that like people were like people was like, don't dress up. Like everything's casual.
Yeah.
So
The shittier you look, the more money you have.
yes. We go in, everyone is in like red. It's like if everyone was like dressed as Cupid or something. We stood out like A for being ancient and B for being in white t-shirts, and she was in a denim skirt, I was in denim.
Yeah.
We looked crazy for being the plainest people in there. Then the shrooms kick in while we're standing there, and I'm like, we're like up in the back, like looking over everybody. I can't quit laughing.
Yeah.
And it's like I look.
That's mushrooms, baby.
I like mushrooms because everything's so funny and like I feel like enlightened on them. And literally just standing in the back looking over all these children laughing.
Yeah.
And at that point, I thought only I was feeling away. I didn't know my friend was. I'm just saying my friend in case they don't want their identity.
Sure, they have
the,
a real job.
on the I'm just saying my friend.
Yeah.
I thought my friend wasn't feeling it, so I was like getting embarrassed, but also couldn't quit laughing.
Yeah.
Then they like squat down. I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out, and I was like, oh, okay, we're on the same page. Then everything gets so hot. Basically, we have a whole like experience, a trip. Would you call it?
Yeah.
We have a whole trip while drag queens are on opening up. And I'm like watching them just, like, move their hips. One of them does a cartwheel, and I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. A grown person doing a cartwheel is the funniest thing I can think. In like costume.
Yeah.
And then one of them had like beads on their hips. They'd shake their hips, and I was like, that's crazy.
At what age do you think it's no longer appropriate to do a cartwheel? Where's the cutoff? Because I imagine somewhere around the cutoff for riding the swings.
Asking me, I think if your body can physically do a cartwheel, you should always.
So this is kind of why I ask. I have a friend, Alec, who I used to live with back in Chicago. Shout out, Alec. He does a cartwheel every single day.
Genius.
Because when he was younger, he saw a video of a 99-year-old man who could still do a cartwheel. And when the news asked him, how are you still able to do a cartwheel? He said, I never stopped.
I'm gonna cry. That was the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I think it's genius. I think you should always be swinging, rollerblading, playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Except for, should I tell that one?
I don't know. That's up to you.
What'd you do?
Basically,
Rip your pants, SpongeBob?
no.
Shenanigans in Spanish is, and God
Oh.
They have such a cool language.
If I play it, because I can hear
Oh, yeah, you can play it.
Educate the audience.
Nice.
Hang on.
Engaños.
One more time.
Engaños.
Ooh, engaños. That's nice.
An episode of Real Housewives, they keep saying shenanigans.
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 Oh, got you.
So I always say shenanigans.
Hell yeah.
I went to play pickleball with my friend and her dad. She wanted me meet her parents, and I was playing with her partner. She was playing with her dad, and he fell off one of my shots. Best shot I've
Ankle breaker.
most killer shot I've ever done. No, he was running towards the ball because it was fast and low.
Yeah.
His head broke his fall. The biggest goose egg, gnarliest goose egg I've ever seen. He's bleeding in multiple spots. Can't get off the ground. I'm having that laugh in church moment because it's not funny, obviously, but I'm so uncomfortable. So I'm not laughing. I told my friend in Chicago about it. She was like, "At what point can you laugh at that?" And I was like, "Never. I don't think."
No, you can. You can.
He was falling for so long.
Holy
and
shit.
I felt so bad because to watch your parents be old. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
To deal with them aging is hard. So I felt bad for him, obviously.
But I've seen able-bodied young people
Fall like that. Yeah.
Anytime somebody is able to regain their composure for 1 second, but then still eat shit.
Yeah.
It is the funniest thing.
It truly
the longer it takes a person to fully connect with the ground, the funnier that fall is.
Here's what I'm gonna say. If it was either of you, Allie, multiple people in my life, and I watched that happen, obviously I would run to you. Obviously I would handle all of your injuries and make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
I would be there holding your bloody head, crying, laughing.
Oh yeah.
It would be as long as you're okay.
Yeah, I mean,
and even if you were I'm not okay, I think we could still laugh about it.
It's well covered territory at this point, but I have laughed at many of your falls. One specifically where you also got a goose egg and had to go to the hospital and were bleeding from your face.
Well, one time Trent and I were carrying a dresser together. I did the smallest step down and fell, hurt my foot's still not right.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't walk. I was like, I should have to stand here for a minute till I can walk. And I said, please just laugh about it. We have to laugh at this. Did you laugh at the moment? Yeah, it was funny.
I laughed at you when you fell off the stage at the Lyric. Do you remember that? God. You ate shit so hard, and it was a dead silent. Trent and Cam fell backwards off the stage behind the curtain.
What's crazy
is... you guys, disappeared with the fall.
What's crazy is I said, y'all really be careful, because I was on that show. Mm-hmm. I was like, please be careful. There's, this stage is scary. It's so small. I even said, I think they should remove the stage, because it's, a removable stage. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, we're not going to ask them. And it's I kind of felt like I manifested it.
Yeah. Yeah, you put a negative energy into the world.
The thing is, it's when a fall, nothing breaks it but, your body. You know what I mean? It wasn't the chair legs hit the ground and then you tumbled over. It was
Dude,
I know that listeners can't see it, but
the air sucked out of that room so hard when you guys fell, except for me, who was just, generating so much air into the room. Just, and then afterwards, everyone was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I walked up and I went, I knew you were fine.
I just think that goes along with, we gotta just be laughing at stuff. We gotta be laughing at stuff.
Yeah. It's too hard to not laugh. You know?
I mean, when my mom had
shit's funny, dude.
When my mom had her stroke, I was immediately
somebody falling down.
Some things are funny about it. Some things have to be funny about it.
Yeah. Somebody that isn't me falling down is always funny. That's why Jackass is so good. Because those guys fall the best, and none of them are me. So, hilarious.
I think you falling is also hilarious.
That's because you're not me. If you were me and I fell, you would not have a good time with it.
I think I've fallen more this year than my whole life.
You've been hella active. Why. You're a sport girl now.
Well, maybe it's because I'm a sport girl. One time I fell all the way to first base. Made it, by the way.
See, that's what I'm talking about. A fall like that, a 90-foot fall.
And everyone's like, oh. And I'm just like, the whole way. It was awesome. I made it.
That rocks.
Yeah.
That fucking rocks.
I fell all the way across Salt Lake City, Park City, Sundance, just fell the whole time. So far, so much so that I just walk in the back and just be like, don't mind me.
Yeah.
Pop in a split, pop back up.
You were doing the penguin.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
You're a
That one
goofy
didn't
gal.
air.
You're a goofy goober, you.
The audience don't know that. That one didn't air.
No, they heard it.
Oh, it aired. There. Well, y'all know I'm a professional faller then.
So you're taking these gummies at night. Are they impacting your dreams at all? Are you having any wild and crazy dreams?
You know what? The night that I ordered the crazy Target order, I had a dream that everyone was mad at me. And
Damn.
not like an internal feeling. Like actively like people, it wasn't like everyone, but like anyone I interacted with, they were mad at me.
Interesting.
It wasn't
Did
fun.
they give you any clues as to why they were mad at you? Was it something you said? Something
No.
you did?
No. I didn't know why.
Interesting.
But they were like, you're correct, I'm mad at you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a recurring fear of yours in dreams? Like, do you have any recurring dreams?
I used to have a dream that my grandpa got stuck in a basement.
Okay.
Like a house being built.
Yeah.
So like they had like the big rectangle on the ground that would have been like the house.
Mm.
And my grandpa gets down there. And my dad goes to follow him. Ladder gets removed.
Whoa.
No solutions. Could not put a ladder back down there to get him out.
Damn.
And they're not hurt. They're not dead. Stuck in the basement.
What do you think that means?
As a kid, I don't know.
As an adult.
As an adult,
Let's answer it right now.
I'm curious if it was about like emotional unavailability.
Whoa.
Like you're there, but I can't reach you.
Interesting. See,
I don't know.
That's fun, dude.
I don't know.
That's fun. Doing dream analysis, spur of the moment. that's
What's
a
your
good idea.
recurring?
That no one can hear me. I'm like trying to talk or get somebody's attention and nobody can hear me.
I used to have that when
or,
I
like,
would try
I'll
to scream. Yeah,
and
I'd be like,
yeah, or I'll try and like hit them to like get their attention and just like
They can't
nothing.
even feel you?
Can't even feel me. I'm a ghost.
oh,
being-
that's one step further than mine of like trying to talk.
Yeah, I think we're riding the same wave there a little bit.
Yeah.
I really haven't examined it, but that is a dream that I have where I wake up and I feel different. like, I'm
Well,
like,
the one
fuck.
that everybody being mad at me, I think I do often dream that like I've done something and someone's really upset.
Yeah.
Or like I'm losing someone I love. But that one, those are bad because they're not like so scary in the moment. You wake up and you feel that. Like it's hard to shake.
Yeah. Do you ever have dreams that feel like so real? You wake up from it and you're like, oh man.
That one.
Yeah.
I almost like called each person that was in the dream and be like,
What's up?
what's going on?
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. But then I was like, no, that's bananas.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I would have dreams that were like vivid to the point where I considered them like memories of the future. like I'm just having like premonitions.
Do
And
you
I
have
remem-
one of this right now?
No, I wish.
Oh,
None of my
damn.
dreams, none of my memories of the future ever came
Have
true.
come true.
No, they were all false memories. But I remember having a dream when I was in like the 6th grade. Or not the 6th grade, when I was like 6 years old, of the most magical prom night.
Is that when you lost it?
what?
Did you lose it in that dream?
Would it lose what?
Your virginity?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember there being a significant portion of it spent in a car. And I remember when I didn't go to senior prom, but I went to junior prom, and I remember afterwards being like, well, that memory of the future was not accurate.
true. I think that also that's tough because it sets up standards of like, this is going to be magical.
Yeah.
You know, wait, do you ever get deja vu?
I've never had deja vu.
Really? Trent,
Yeah.
do you get deja vu?
Yes.
Okay, I get it a lot. And my mom always, so deja vu, in case anyone doesn't know, is the feeling of you've been here before.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. My mom always says it means she thinks
You're on the
that-
right path.
Yes, you're right where you're supposed to be in that very moment. What's crazy is every time right before I get deja vu, I'm a little anxious.
Interesting.
And then I'm like, I get it, and I'm like, oh, you're right where you're supposed like, or I'll have like a doubt or something.
Yeah.
But she thinks that you got to watch your whole life before you came to Earth.
Interesting.
And now you're like, the reason why you think you've been here before is because you like, something has lined up with something you saw.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of like seeing a thing that you saw, apparently that like weird sensation in your stomach that you get where you're like, I feel like I'm being watched right now.
Yeah.
Apparently that comes from your eyes seeing something it being sent to your subconscious, and your subconscious having already seen the thing that is watching you, but you consciously not being able to place where it came from. Like, your brain knows that there is somebody watching you for real. It just feels like it's coming from this, like, weird, like, sixth sense.
What about when
almost.
they're behind you, though?
I don't know. This is just a thing I read online last night.
Well, that's the
I
other
say
day.
things that I read online in hopes that other people will be like, whoa.
Well, I do believe, I believe it to an extent, but I'm like, sometimes I'm like, someone's behind me watching me.
Yeah.
But maybe I like did hear a shuffle. You know, like, I don't know, maybe there is. Or like, a lot of times Caleb is always about to like sneak in my room and scare me.
Yeah.
And I think there are times where I like feel it, but it's because it's like, I know the situations in which, you know,
he
like,
will take advantage of
I know
this.
what time he wakes up. I
Yeah.
know that I'm always up first. I know that I'm at my desk. I know that he's, you know, so I'm like, oh, maybe I don't actually have this like premonition,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
Where it's not necessarily a premonition. It's your body has physically taken in this information already, and this is how it's like sending it to you.
yeah. Because we take in so much all the time, to pay attention to all of it would be impossible.
Yeah, yeah. Especially for me, I'm so attentive. You know.
Yeah.
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 I know exactly what we've been talking about this whole time.
Something is wrong with my brain.
Me too, dude.
It is
I
not
feel so slow right now.
It is not working, and truly, Trent had to ride with me out to see a show, and I was like, I don't think I should be driving.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Today?
Today.
You went to a show already today?
No. We're hosting our show in a friend's backyard.
Gotcha. You had to check out
So
the
I wanted to
space.
make sure, like, what I need.
Yeah, I feel very slow too. I'm gonna listen back to this probably tonight or tomorrow, and if we have to do it again, I will let you know. Because I am worried. Right? You guys know me. I'm worried I suck.
I'm always worried I suck.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not. That's the problem with me.
Yeah,
I'm often not worried I suck.
this bitch confident as hell.
I'm confident.
Yeah, borderline cocky.
No.
Cigi walks out. She goes, "Everybody sucks but me."
No, that's not true.
I've seen you say
That's
it.
not how I feel.
I've seen you, and she walks away.
Impossible.
She goes, "Man, saying that made me feel so big."
I felt so big to make you all feel small.
Yeah,
I joined the Y.
congratulations. Have you been steaming it up with Trent and Caleb?
Well, unfortunately, they're a boy and I'm a girl, and the rooms are separate.
That's stupid.
And there's no gender neutral room.
That's crazy in this day and age.
So I have to steam it up by myself. Yeah. Well, really, I joined because it was $2.
What?
Yeah.
It's $2 and there's a sauna?
Through February.
Just for the month of February?
Yeah.
No, for your first month.
Interesting. How?
Yeah, because
Okay.
a friend just said they're joining it for the whole first month.
Dude, I want to sweat so bad.
So
My fucking gym doesn't have a sauna, so I just sit in my car with the windows up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been really worried that my car smells like shit.
Well, probably.
No, I air it out. But
Oh, okay, for sure. Well, you should see if the month deal, and you should go steam it up.
I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Because what I'm doing is I'm not, the idea of I brought in a Dr. Pepper, and I got a surprise for you up there on the shelf.
Can't wait to see it.
Look up.
Decadent peeps.
You thought that was rubber duckies.
I thought it was rubber
Those
duckies.
are decadent peeps.
Holy mackerel.
I've decided every day this week I have to work out, but I don't have. I'm not incorporating food yet.
Sure.
But we did have us.
You know the war is won in the kitchen, right?
I know, but I'm not gonna do a lasting war.
Sure.
This is a war.
Cigi's not
like
getting into a forever war on a concept.
I'm not gonna get it forever. I need to get into a war I can be in forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I gotta start building the habits of working out every day.
Yeah.
Which I missed today, so I might have to go do some jumping jacks when the cameras get turned off.
I love that. Without me.
Without me?
Have you signed up for Golds yet?
No, because I can always go with you.
That's true. I forget about that.
And I wouldn't go unless it was with you because
Fair.
gold smells like shit.
Yeah, Gold smells like my car.
But I would anytime still go with you.
Yeah.
I wish we could actually put you on our family plan at the Y as our son.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, maybe cut that part out, but yeah.
Because the people at the Y are listening.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
They're fans.
Big
Big
fans of my
fans.
work.
Big
One of their
fans.
names was Gigi. I said, Gigi, I'm Cigi.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Huge.
That's crazy talk.
Huge. What do you got going on this week?
Working Always just working now.
Always. He's had a job for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. All I do.
All I do.
My jobs took over my life.
Twerking.
Twerking, more twerking. I'm gonna go see Dune 2 on Saturday. What else? Not much, man. Just kind of trying to get my shit together a little bit.
Yeah, you've been needing to.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. Coming from you, that means a lot.
I speak the truth.
What do you got going on?
I got this new board game I'm really excited about called Wingspan that I'm playing with a group of friends on Saturday.
My invite must have been lost in the mail.
John, you don't act right in games.
Moving on.
I've tried to play with you before. You act naughty.
That's not true. But
anyways,
I got no joke.
I got no joke for that. I do act naughty.
Yeah.
I got a couple shows. I'm improvising with you on Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm doing improv on Friday.
Yeah, it's gonna rock.
That's gonna rock so hard. The Pennsyltucky Dream Team.
Because we all are Pennsyltucky. I was like, well, Trent.
Yeah.
That's us, brothers.
Yeah.
Got a house to myself this weekend. I might have a sleepover.
Cigi's gonna jack off so loud. Cigi's
I'll
gonna
be
have her
screaming.
vibrator on lumberjack mode. And fucking. I fucked up the joke.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a bummer. I did just get a new Theragun.
That's what I was looking for. Fuck, man.
I got a Theragun.
We have to do the episode over.
That's it. I want to make a lumberjack joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple shows. Softball starts back up on Sunday.
Nice.
Either of my boys are going to come watch the game.
Potentially.
No, it's practice this Sunday.
I'll go. I'll give you guys some drills.
All right.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah.
Practice on Sunday. Yeah, just normal shit. Nothing
Fuck
that
yeah,
cool.
dude. That's exciting.
Did all my cool stuff last week. Concert.
Yeah. What do you think happens when we die?
I hope I can finally rest.
You want lights out. You
I
want
want
fade to
long
black.
sleep.
Yeah.
Long sleep.
Yeah.
When I've said this before, but when I think about forever, it scares me.
Right.
I don't even good or bad. I don't want it forever.
Hell yeah.
But I don't want to die.
So you want to live forever?
I don't know. That sounds bad too, because then at some point, everyone you love dies.
Yeah. And then you meet new people, and then they die, and in the process, you just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I could see myself getting really burnt out on being like everyone I know dies.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see me personally not handling that well.
Oh man, you got any words to live by this week?
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Hit me with it. I don't know if I'm saying these words right. You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
A sow's ear, like a.
I don't know what a sow is.
I think it's a cow. I
Yeah.
think it's a type of cow. Let me look it up.
What is a sow?
I don't know. I think I spelled it wrong. I can't spell. It's a pig.
You can't
Pig.
make a silk purse out of a pig's ear.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool.
What's mine?
Yours is there are two things which a man should scrupulously avoid: giving advice he would not follow, and asking advice when he is determined to pursue his own opinion. Norm Macdonald.
Sometimes I ask for advice and I'm like, I just want someone to, I already know what I think, and I just want someone to be like, if they say what I think, I'm like, cool, then I'm right. If they say what I don't think, I'm like, well, that's something I gotta think about now. But I really just want them to say what I think. Obviously.
Yeah. All right, hell yeah.
All right.
You got any plugs?
Low Places is coming back.
Fuck yeah.
Comedy show
Yeah.
with my friend Rachel. We're gonna be out in Pasadena on March 8th. Everyone should get a ticket.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when this episode's gonna drop. You got any plugs?
Next Wednesday. Kipple 100. Follow my art account. I'm gonna start posting new designs there.
My plug is this podcast.
We're on the podcast.
I
know. They know about it. Like,
Keep telling people. I want you. Hey, if you made it this far,
if
how about
like
you
and
plug
subscribe.
the podcast?
Yeah. How about you tell some friends, like and subscribe. This, that, the other.
This, that, the other.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. got
Love
it.
you guys. Thank you.